Hi, everyone. It's me, Tanya Montoya. Thank you for joining us today at Beyond Mortgages. I have the pleasure today to be sitting here with Mitch Menik of Jet Real Estate Group. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here, and I look forward to our conversation.
I'm excited to have you here, too. So, let's start a little bit about you. Give us a brief explanation, and then I'll just go ahead and tell me a little bit about some of your past and what got you into real estate.
Okay. Well, I guess, you could say I'm a second-generation realtor. My mother's been in town for a long time. She passed away a number of years ago.
Sorry.
But I started my real estate practice actually in the 70s, late 70s. And then that's when you'd knock on doors and, do everything the old-fashioned way. And
The way everybody's supposed to do it.
you're supposed to do it
Exactly.
that way, But anyway, I didn't really like that part of it, and I just, I wanted to do something different. So I was born in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and
one of the many few that are there.
Well, I'm starting to meet a lot of people that are born here.
Okay,
lately.
okay.
This population's growing
Yeah.
very, very fast. It's probably one of the fastest growing areas in the country.
It is. It's
We
unbelievable.
went from 2 million to 3 million almost overnight.
It's crazy.
And that's because it's so attractive here. The business environment is absolutely superb for a business starting up or any business that wants to do business because of the tax structure and just so business friendly.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people are moving here. They want to be here, and
A lot of opportunity for sure.
yeah, and even if just to incorporate here, it's a good deal.
Right.
So many wonderful benefits about being here. But so I ended up going into the financial arena. I became a stockbroker, and then we'll call them an account executive.
Okay.
And I was helping people with their investments, and then I actually went in-house to work for publicly traded companies,
Okay.
working with their investors and helping them go to the next level. And usually going to the next level usually involves raising some kind of financing. So I helped them raise capital.
Okay.
And I ended up doing pretty good because, a lot of times in a spot like that, you get options and things like that. So I kind of retired and I did retire from all that, and I didn't want to do any more business for a while. So I came to Las Vegas, came back home to Las Vegas because I did that while I was in New York and for a number of years. And so
big difference between New York and Las Vegas.
it's a huge difference, but it's becoming a small world now with all the technology that we have.
Yeah.
And, we're just so close to everybody and all the time. And it's, with Zoom and technology like that, it's pretty cool what's going on.
Yeah, connects people for sure.
So I started. All I wanted to do was group fitness, and that's my love. I started getting into it. It became very spiritual for me to work in that arena, mind, body, and getting into the moment and being here now. And so I immediately in 2001 I started teaching on a daily basis, and really liking to do that. So when I came to Vegas, that's what I started doing. And I was teaching at my church. I was teaching in people's houses. And then I started kind of getting into it a little bit more, and I'd have different companies sponsor me to do classes so that I could get in front of a large group of people and give them training, and they would have them as an audience. So as one of the trade-offs, I guess.
Okay.
And then, so I was doing it in a number of places around town, and mainly seniors, 55 plus communities, and some active living, some assisted living. So I had a lot of experience with that, working with seniors. So then one of the activity directors referred me to AARP.
Oh, nice.
And so now that's all I do is through AARP. And this happened when just at the same time COVID hit.
Okay.
So when COVID hit, everybody shut down. So
that's where Zoom
that's
boomed
Zoom,
really big.
Zoom and Facebook.
Yes.
Came in. So I started giving free classes, and because it just was the right thing to do. It was good for me, and it was good for all my students. I have a large following, and so because I do Tai Chi and I do both, like a semi-yoga stretching, and I do weight training and things like that.
I was watching your videos and I have to say, like, I just love your energy on there. You look like you're having fun when you're teaching everyone. I love the face exercises and your.
You like scrunchy?
I loved it. I was like, this is fantastic. I was like, no wonder why he has such a good energy and real estate and everything else. He has this, I see you're really working your whole entire soul, not just strength. And so I can see why you have a large following with everything. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
Thank you for that. Well, I love doing it. There's no doubt about that. And so I do 3 classes a week, and I do them on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesday are at noon, and all my classes are about an hour. And then the one on, and those are both in the group fitness category, using weights, but weights are optional. And so it's basically like a stretch using weights. So you can ditch the weights and just have a good stretch. And so Monday is a standing class, and the Wednesday I teach from a seated position. So a lot of people, they can't stand too much because of bad knees and whatnot. So, but a lot of people will attend that and just stand and do the class right along with that. And then on Friday, we do a Tai Chi class, which is actually Qigong. It's billed as Tai Chi because not a lot of people know about Qigong. And Qigong actually, Tai Chi came from Qigong, but anyway, Qigong is it's just about moving the body with the breath, similar to Tai Chi, but without the fighting aspect to it. So it's all about the health benefit. It's about doing moving the body with the breath.
Okay.
And so these are all through AARP, and they have you'll have to go through AARP in order to attend my class.
Okay.
I do the Monday class. I do 3 of those on Monday that are a half hour for free. You don't have to be a member or anything. You just pop in, and they're all done by Zoom.
Okay.
So all you have to do is reach out to me, and you can send me an email at mitch@nvbus.com. NV is for like Nevada, BUS is for a bus, like a school bus. And so it's mitch@nvbus.com, and that's MITCH. And I'll send you the link, and you can subscribe to my newsletter.
And we'll make sure it's all in the information below the video and everything as well. So we'll make sure that's there.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. So,
and one of the fun facts that I never knew until a few years ago was most people think you have to be over 50 to be part of AARP. But you don't. You could be any age. So, I'm actually a member of AARP myself. Well, they have other benefits that it's not just geared to seniors. Mainly it is geared to seniors, but
50 plus.
Yeah.
Well, you don't really have to, even to take my classes, you don't have to be a member anyway. They just do it.
That's nice.
So that's their outreach to the community.
That's great.
They have a pretty cool organization. So I like them very much in what they do. And
tell me a little bit about how the fitness and your dedication and obviously your passion to that has helped you in real estate.
Well, I do love the business aspect of real estate, and I've been in business all my life. And I enjoy, with real estate, no 2 transactions are the same. Everything is always different.
Definitely.
So there's always some stress involved. So honestly, my Mind Body classes helps a lot with that. So my job as a good agent, the best I can possibly be for somebody, for my client, is to have them have the most perfect experience possible, and that's to have everything done without stress. So, and that's, sometimes that's, very hard to do because some individuals just want to worry about all this, that, and the other thing. And, I do as much as I can to take that away from them so they can relax and get about focusing on moving. Usually when you're in a real estate transaction, there's some kind of move that's going on, and there's a lot of stress involved with that. Well, I have different people that I can refer for just about any aspect of real estate that you want, moving or cleaning the house, cleaning windows, you name it. There's somebody out there that'll be able to help you do that. So I always have referrals.
It's always good for that. Yeah.
So anyway, the whole idea is to make a smooth transaction, and I work with both buyers and sellers.
Okay.
I don't distinguish between the two, and I don't work on a team. I do everything solo.
Okay.
I do use a transaction coordinator to make sure that, because there's a lot of
A lot of documents.
a lot of documents.
Yes.
As you know.
Yes. That's
know
probably one of
being a mortgage broker.
Yeah.
You know better than I do in a lot of respects.
in our world, that's probably one of the most stressful things for individuals is gathering all their documents to get it to us, so that way we can pre-qualify them, or any of those little extra things that we have to, your bank statement is missing a page. Well, it was a blank. Why do you need that one? Well, we want to make sure it was blank. We just have to have all pages, and just them uploading them. Not everybody is tech savvy, and so being able to upload and get those documents. So for us, keeping it stress-free as possible. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. We do what we can.
And you guys are the expert in that. So that's what I do is I give my client to you, a buyer that needs to be qualified. Cash buyers are in a different world, but most people need help. They need financing. And so you get my customer, and you'll take care of them and get them qualified and everything like that. And then when they're ready to go, then I get I get a letter that tells me that they're qualified, and I'm able to go forward on that basis
and have the fun looking. Yep.
Yeah, but it's senseless to try to go look for homes without being pre-qualified, and so that's why.
And some people don't understand that, and you helping to educate them up front makes that process even go more streamlined. So, yeah, it's super important, having those partnerships with good realtors, good lenders, good title agents, good insurance agents for when they're getting their homeowners insurance, all of that. I mean, just like you said, movers to the home inspectors, there's so many people that make that transaction go smooth, and it's good to hear you have a nice community.
Well, Tanya, you've been so helpful to me in so many ways, and there's so much that you've done for me as an agent. And I just, with all that you do for me, I know my clients are in really good hands. So, that's one of the cool things. Yeah. Well, it's just, I love the energy that you bring to the table here. And it's been very helpful for me to be able to recommend you with what you're doing. So thank you. I appreciate all that.
Yeah. What is one of your most, let's see. Yeah. What is one of your most memorable experiences for one of your clients that you have?
I think, every time you give the keys to somebody, it's almost always the same, unless it's an investor or something. It's kind of like a little bit ho-hum, but still, it's a momentous occasion. Yeah. And it's life-changing. And I mean, it's a big change. I don't care, what you're doing. It's probably the most important momentous thing. And so, I can't really pick out any one single momentous occasion because they're all, unique in their own right. Yeah. But it's all based on the same, it's like, I think it's like, oh, I'm done. It's done, Yeah. Because there's a lot of tension, because there's a lot of things that, before that happens that can happen. And, and so. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you get the clear to close. Yay, you passed this, got the appraisal in, all of that they're great milestones in it, but the most important part, just like you said, yes, is getting the keys, because that's when it becomes a home. It's no longer that house, Correct. So that's exactly it. Then it becomes their home. And
so, the red carpet kits, we have all that stuff too to help with ensuring that memory, goes on and on forever. So
tell me a little bit about your red carpet kit. I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah. So our red carpet kits, we put together, you have the red carpets. They come in different sizes. So depending on what property you have, it also comes with red ribbon, and it comes with the giant scissors. And so when you go, you get there a little bit early, you set up, you get ready. If you see neighbors around, then those neighbors are going to come out and say, well, what's going on with here? We know that house was was sold, so they're going to check to see what's going on. So not does it only build up excitement when the buyer comes up to the house, but now your other neighbors are excited as well, and they're like, wow, my realtor never did that. It just makes you stand a little bit more apart too. So
I really like that. That is so cool. I'm very active in my HOA. I'm on the board of directors, and we have a program called the Welcome Committee.
okay,
So
very
when
nice.
somebody new moves into a house, then we have a small group that goes and kind of tells them how what's going on in the community, because we also have a wonderful neighborhood watch program with
Nice.
block captains and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we're always watching out for each other.
Good.
And that's so powerful and cool.
Absolutely, because most HOAs, they don't do much.
But I can absolutely envision your red carpet service as a part of that whole ordeal. So the key is to get them as soon as they move in, so all the other neighbors can come and kind of like see what's going on.
Absolutely.
Kind of like make a little mini quick open house. In some cases you can do it, some you can't.
Right.
In the cases that you can, that's an ideal scenario.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're seeing a lot of smiles. They've seen the kids get so happy because they get to help their parents, cut the ribbon, and just seeing that ceremony, it's just it brings so much more heart joy felt. So yeah,
that's great. That's really great.
So, tell me a little bit about Jet Real Estate Group. Jet Real Estate Group.
Well, listen, I used to be with Signature Real Estate Group, and it's a fabulous company, probably one of the very best in town, in my opinion. And a very, very good friend of mine, Eric Von Gerken, opened up he used to be with Platinum, but he opened up his own firm called Jet Real Estate Group.
Okay.
He actually opened up two. One is Jet Real Estate Group, and the other is Choice Realty. And Jet Real Estate Group is a full MLS service, and Choice Realty is non-MLS.
Okay.
He still gives you 100% commission on that. Huh. Well, I'm still MLS, and I'm still a realtor and paying my dues and everything like that. But there's a lot of people that just want to take a little break from all that. So he's provided a service that is quite remarkable. It's very competitive. Nobody in town can compete with what he's offering the agents that come on board there. So anyway, I love Eric. He's been so helpful for me in my career.
Nice.
And just been really went out of his way in so many different ways. I just, I think I felt like I owe him a debt of gratitude. So I want to come and join him for that reason.
Nice.
And that I love the guy. And you couldn't, in my opinion, if you ever had an agent work for you, Eric he'd probably, you'd be so lucky to have him.
Okay.
Because of what he does for you.
Well, if he hasn't come by here, we'll have to show him that, because he sounds like an amazing man, and I'd love to meet him face to face myself.
Yeah, I'm going to get him over here one day, because it's the energy is really cool. What you have going on for the agents and all with it's.
It sounds like he's doing the same thing and bringing that energy to his team and his agents that are there at Jet, and that's really awesome to hear.
Yeah, and he's formerly a loan officer. He understands the industry really well. He's been around a long time in this business.
Good.
And so there's so many, wonderful things about him that, that anyway. So I love to promote him and do what I can to help him. And so that's how I became involved with Jet Real Estate Group.
Okay.
And it's so you'd consider it right now at this time a small boutique firm, but it's the capabilities and the power that comes with the company because of Eric is it's huge. It's enormous. He's extremely well liked in the industry, and
that's good,
and very well liked.
Well, and he's giving options, and especially in this environment, giving options for those agents to not just totally walk away, but have something there that they can not have to worry about paying those dues, because your guys' dues aren't cheap. So, putting it in there. But they work so hard to get their license. To just give it up is such a shame. So having that ability and having somebody like that there to create that that says a lot. It's
Well,
supportive.
yeah, and what he does for agents too. It's in that respect, they're still an agent. They still carry their license, but the monthly fee they pay for that is a fraction of anyone else that's doing the same type of position. It's like
Nice.
$17.50 a month,
Wow.
which is nothing
Yeah.
to do that. And not only that, he allows you to keep all your commission and whatnot. So he's not, and even on a referral, you don't have to refer anyone. You can get the whole ball of wax. So it's a really nice situation. There's a lot of agents that have been in town for a long, long time that have tremendous experience.
Yeah.
And this is really a great little safe haven for them.
That's good. Well, if anyone out there that's watching has been thinking of changing brokers, I would reach out to Mitch and he can get you in contact with Eric and look into Jet Real Estate Group.
Thank you, Tanya. I
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to help you guys move on over if you're considering making a change, because he's an excellent broker.
So getting out there, finding clients, we talked about it being, a slow market and people, aren't doing as much work as there. What are you finding is your biggest connection to finding clients and helping them?
My biggest connection for finding clients is really doing what I do, what I love to do. And that's through my group fitness practice. So I'm pretty well known in that arena. I have about 1,100 followers that are active in my students. All my classes have anywhere from 150 to 450 attend any one of my classes.
That's great.
And on a regular basis, every so it's
that's such a great community, and definitely putting you out there in front of a lot of people, and being that expert.
Yeah, and and my market, my focus in Las Vegas is primarily with seniors. It's Sun City, Summerlin, Aliante, Sun City, Aliante. Of course, my 140 home community, and anyone in 89131 zip code is my target market. And then, with my Zoom broadcast, I have literally people from all over the country attend those classes, literally from Hawaii, Alaska.
Yeah.
In fact, one of my sponsors happens to be AARP Alaska, another one's AARP Oregon.
Okay.
And so that's, it kind of works out, really cool to be in this spot because you have a lot of people moving into town.
Yeah.
And so, these are the type of people I can help a lot.
Yeah. And there's that you actually have a lot more options with working with seniors, especially anybody over 62 and a half or older, can possibly qualify for either a purchase or refinance if they're with the reverse mortgage, with the HECM mortgage. Mm-hmm. And those are great tools for you to become even more of the area expert in that direction as well. So definitely.
Well, like I said, when I have a client, and no matter where they're at, you get to take care of them and, qualify them and, fulfill their needs.
Help them. Some people are having a tough time and they have equity in their house and they still have a mortgage payment that, my mom has a reverse mortgage now. They were able to eliminate their mortgage payment so my stepdad could retire. And, thankfully they did because that also helped them with some of the issues when she was in the hospital. So they're great products, great things, and just helps a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many different products out there that you can offer my clients, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's if anything that needs to get done, it can be done. There's a resource for that. So there's always a way to make it happen. So a lot of people think, well, gee, I can't do this. I don't think I can do this. Well, if you want to do it, you can.
You can find a way. Right. Yes, if there's a way. That's how we are with figuring out. There's a challenge that comes up during the process. Well, what can we do to resolve this and make it as smooth as possible so it's not right in the client's face or something, if anything ever comes up, well, nope, we got the solution, or we find the solution first before we address it, or, those things. So you never know. You just never know. Like you said, every transaction is so different.
It is.
Yeah.
That's just the business,
Yep.
because everyone's coming from a different space, a different situation. First time home buyers, that's a whole other arena too. And it's I don't just focus on seniors,
You got their grandchildren and you got their kids and you got all of that. So of course.
Yep, I love to work with the whole family.
Yeah.
It's always a win-win. And now, the big thing right now is the multi-gen homes. And so a lot of people are looking for those. And that happens to be a very attractive little arena for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because of, with multi-gen, you have your own
People want to
entrance.
be safe, or they want to be close to each other. Maybe there's somebody who needs a caregiver but still wants the own space, or maybe it's just because they're not qualifying for enough to get an individual houses, and this just works out better for them. So yeah, I could see so many reasons why it's attractive. So
It's huge like that. So there's in real estate, there's something for everybody. I just recently put somebody into a condominium, and that's what she could afford, and that's what she wanted to do, and she found the perfect spot for her. Everything about the place is absolutely ideal. It had to be on the first floor. She's in a walker.
okay,
And so we put her. What we found are just absolutely excellent, because there's a little porch area where she can sit that's outside and overlook the what's going on with. She's in a nice little isolated area, so it's just like a perfect little scenario for her.
nice.
So she's so happy, and this is a transaction I just closed on just very recently on that. And she didn't, she paid cash, so there was no mortgage that was necessary for that. And which was, she was in a wonderful spot to do that. So, and she, at her age, she just didn't want to have a mortgage.
Right.
She happened to actually be on, big, Social Security, and didn't have really a lot of money to put down, but she did have a savings that she was able to make that happen.
Good.
So, and it was just the perfect timing and the perfect situation.
Yeah. Everything, all the stars aligned.
Everything aligned up.
Aw.
So if you want to ask about what a recent transaction was one of my favorites, that was, and
Nice.
she was
I love it.
referred to me by her sister, who I sold a house to in Sun City, Summerlin. And they're very happy with their house, and
That's
they
the
become very
best.
good friends of mine.
Good.
It's so
That's the best part of our industry, is becoming friends with the people that we do work with. And, we're helping them with one of the biggest moments of, like, their biggest transactions in their lives, so it's really important that, you're not just another person. It's really important to be working with a real estate agent, a mortgage loan officer who's not just an online mortgage loan officer, or, you need to build up and know you have your team there for you. And during that time, you build those friendships. You're getting to know them. You know their children's names. You know their, when their birthday's coming up, which recently, happy birthday to you.
Well, that's coming up. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, that's true. It's any of my clients know they can reach out to me, and I can refer them for anything they need. One client had these. Well, he thought he had a scorpion problem, but it wasn't scorpions. It was lizards.
Oh.
And
I'd rather take the lizards over the scorpions.
Absolutely. Anyway, I have a wonderful person that I use for pest control, so I referred him to that, and they're all fixed on that area. Plumbing issues. There's always somebody that can fix something for everything out there, and they're the people in the trade are always happy to for the referral, and the people that need the work are delighted to get that job done.
Right.
And usually most of the people I have are pretty reasonable. They're fair priced, and because they want the next referral too. So
they're gonna do
one thing they know about me. You have to take good care of my clients, and if you do a good job for them, well,
You're going to earn business.
Correct.
You keep doing a good job, you're going to earn more business.
Make sure you don't overcharge.
That's in every industry.
Show up on time.
Yes.
A lot of contractors that, they come in, they try, you give them a deposit and you don't see them forever.
And that's scary. Yeah.
So
you don't want that.
That does not happen with my people. So that's rule number one. You have to be there on time. You have to do the work right. You have to be reasonable. You have to do what you say you're going to do, and don't disappoint my people.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. So where do you see yourself going in the next 5 years? What are your goals to just keep going with your still doing your 3 days a week and fitness? And
I'll do that forever because it's so good for me. I go for a walk every morning. If I walk, I go for a walk 40 to 45 minutes every morning.
Okay.
And I started, walking. You need somebody to walk with when you do that, because you have to make it a regular commitment. You kind of need the accountability factor. So
makes it a lot easier for sure.
It's huge. That's so important to find someone that'll do it with you. So, when I started walking, I walked with one of my neighbors, and he was like 265 pounds when we first started. And 2 years later, he got himself down to 180 pounds just from walking and watching his diet, those two things.
That's wonderful.
He didn't even take my classes, and he still lost the weight, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But now that group is growing. Now there's about 6 of us that walk every morning. And so, but we need each other to be, to hold each other accountable. We have to be there for each other. I mean, there's doctor's appointments and things like that come up that one can't make it, but or 3 can't make it. But there's always at least 2 of us that seem to be able to make it, which is cool.
Yeah, that's really good to have that group, because if somebody can't, you always have at least one other person there.
So you asked me what I want to continue doing. It's just doing exactly what I'm doing now. I have I'm
happy with life.
I'm loving everything that I do right now.
Cool.
And so I'm in a perfect world. I love real estate. I'd rather do real estate than any other business. And,
Great.
I've done, many, many things. I had a company that I wrote business plans, and I wrote hundreds of business plans.
This is so much more rewarding.
It is.
So much more rewarding.
It's one point I was doing like 25 plans a week.
Wow.
I had a small crew working for me. And, so that's,
those are the days of yesterday.
They are the days of yesterday. So the new days are here with real estate, with my group fitness. And, I like being active in my community. It's just wonderful, wonderful people in my community.
I love it. What we're going to do is in the comments, we'll make sure we have links to register for your newsletter, because you do a newsletter out there
3 times a week.
3 times a week. So we want to make sure we get that. So that's one of the goals, is to help your numbers go up and have more followers, so we can get you in front of more people, to help people in real estate and get you going. So all of Mitch's information will be in the links below. And if you ever have any real estate questions, I would highly recommend him as a real estate agent here local here in Las Vegas to coming in. So,
thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Truly, it was such a pleasure. And is there any last words you want to say before we go?
Yep. My last words are: take care of your body, take care of your mind, get rid of stress. And the best way to get rid of stress is to bring your mind into the body for a moment. And just that moment in time kind of stops time. It recenters you, so you're ready for whatever's next. And so you've always heard about the saying, take 3 deep breaths.
Yeah.
It's true. It works, because it gives you a chance to just disconnect. When you give 100% of your attention on the breath, you get into the moment.
Yeah.
So those would be my last words.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being here, spending this time with me today. And let's get out there and make people's worlds a better place.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.